Self-care is very important, and I want to recognize up front that it's often the first thing to go, because you're taking care of the child, you're maybe trying to take care of the partnership or the marriage, you're taking care of their other children, you're managing all kinds of information, and the notion of actually making any time for yourself as an individual usually goes right out the window. The importance of self-care is crucial, because the reality is that if you don't take care of yourself, you're really not going to be able to take care of your child and everything else that you have to manage. If you don't get enough sleep and you're not eating, you're actually not going to be able to function very well. You're not going to be available to your child in the same way. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to be able cognitively to process the kind of medical information that you need to process. If you haven't slept, it's going to be really hard to go into a meeting and stay awake long enough to kind of hear really detailed, significant information about your child. So there are basics in self-care like sleeping, eating, regular meals, and sometimes that's really hard because when people are really worried or they feel like they can't leave the room, they also let that go by the wayside. But caring for your body through sleep and eating become really important. Then individuals need to know what they need for self-care. So for some people, I mean, in general, exercise is really important. That might be literally you go downstairs and walk outside for a little while. For other people, it maybe means going to the gym. Certainly in many hospitals, they have some kind of pass for a parent, so a parent can actually go work out in a gym across the street or somewhere nearby. And again, it's a balance. I don't want to leave the room. I don't want to take time away from my child. I'm also trying to go to my other child's baseball game. I don't feel like I can do this. In fact, it's really important. There's nobody else to care for my child. Well, if your child's in the hospital, usually there are other people, and often there are times when the child's sleeping. Figure out, even if you can't make it to the gym, could you go and take a walk? Could you go just clear your head? For some people, self-care is, I just need 10 minutes to go to the chapel. I need 10 minutes to go and call a friend. I need just to write in my journal. I need to meditate. I need to do yoga. They're offering a class in the hospital once a week. I'm going to make a point of trying to do that. So the importance of recognizing it really is in the service of caring for your child, and sometimes that's the only frame that helps. In order to do that, you really need to take care of yourself. Therapy can be a form of self-care. For some people, having another person, not a family member, not a friend, not somebody else you have to take care of, can be a way of actually taking care of yourself. Whether it's every day in the hospital, whether it's once a week, whether it's when you can fit it in, having a neutral, objective person to vent to cry to wonder with, to ask questions, sometimes to say the fears that you don't want to say anywhere else. Somebody just to sit with you and walk with you through this journey can be really important and can be a great form of self-care, because it's time for yourself, not time. Even if the topic is about others, it's actually time for yourself.